Okay, I'm recording semi manually with my phone. Yeah, but hey, we're gonna have a lot of these anyways, brother. So definitely, guys, Magpi is gonna be back on, and it's something like I said. I've really been wanting to do this on a regular basis because I feel that people really need to hear. We need to be shouting from the rooftops about what's going on right now because it really is such a momentous, such a significant time. I believe, and yeah. But bro, maybe Sige, you can continue on with your story. You didn't quite get into like how you got into Hex yet. So I think you were at the Bitcoin bit where you were telling yeah, where you couldn't quite hold yourself back.
Okay. So yun, 2017, got into the bull trap. So yun, bumalik, and I just hold on to on my Bitcoin that I have bought. It was coins at P8. Can I mention companies here? No problem.
Yeah.
It was like it's one of the popular exchanges here. So I go to the rabbit hole, parang naisip ko ano ba gagawin dito. I was parang nalugi na ako on my initial investment, sabi ko. So yun, I go to the rabbit hole. Unang-una, I was more on the read some stuff. Hindi naman talagang rabbit hole na palang prepper ang dating, ano? Parang rabbit hole na semi-rabbit hole. Hindi naman yung down to the rabbit hole na talagang malalim. So I was more on the paano ba i-secure Bitcoin. I read a lot of influencers then. Andreas, if you heard of them, is one of the proponents of Bitcoin. Andreas, heard about Bitcoin Jesus of the Bitcoin Cash community guy, so si Roder. And from there, I saw the interview with parang nadaan lang si Richard doon. Kasi I think they were friends before. They were mentioned lang. So yun. So saan ba ako? Yun, napunta ako sa rabbit hole how to secure your Bitcoin. So I bought a hardware wallet. So I was more of a Bitcoin guy then. Then here comes the parang ICO craze, di ba? Naanahan mo yung ICO craze. So the only way for you to get into the ICO is for you to have a Bitcoin, and now you could have a Bitcoin and maybe you could convert into Ethereum, or you could have a peso converted into Ethereum during that time. So it was like another step for me on the downside. Parang stumble again. May mga ICO, may mga parang sinasabi nilang on the medical field, parang you have to decentralize or parang medical records, parang ganon. So I was into that one, and one was like they were like pitching a decentralized parang internet, yun. So got into those mga ICO craze, then lost again that. And here comes 2018 and 19, one of dami kong talagang napasukang scam if you just know. But anyway, ganun talaga process eh. Di naman talaga, it's not smooth sailing naman, di ba? So I just have to be honest on this one. Wala naman akong tinatago. But at the end of the day, ang importante is what you learn. Yun ang sinasabi ko lagi. How do you get up every time you stumble? Yun ang sinasabi nila. Kasi if you don't have to get up, talagang, wala, talo ka na, di ba? Only the quitters are the losers, sabi nga. Yeah. So from there, yung yield idea, lending. So, lending. So I have my Bitcoin then. So parang try ko lang muna konti. Tapos, okay naman. Hindi ko na lang sabihin yung mga yield platform na alam niyo na yun, guys. So from there, it's came up again on my feed kasi nga, the algo of YouTube and the algo on those social media apps. So they will try to recommend ko ano yung ano. So I was unang-una dun the yield platform na pinasukan ko na wala na ngayon. So the idea of yield, or yung sinasabi nga nating passive income, yung idea nating tawag dito, interest kumbaga, ay parang nasa akin na yun eh. So pumasok ka doon. Tapos 2018, RH proposed about hindi pa nga yan hex eh, but called Bitcoin hex before.
Nag-mine ka ba, bro? Did you go through a mining phase of either Bitcoin or Ethereum or?
No, hindi ako nag-mine, to be honest. Alam mo na, pag naririnig mo, pag sinasabing crypto, naririnig mo all yung talagang na lumalabas sa YouTube is more on the trading side.
Yeah.
With all the affiliate links. Di ba? So wala namang
90%.
So
yeah.
90%, 99% kung sasabihin ko lang.
Oo.
Trading talaga, di ba? Sinasabi.
Yeah.
Because you me when the lending platform was pitched to me through the YouTube, na parang sinasabi niyang ganito, it was like parang nagsabay lang sila actually, yung lending platform na yon na nawala na ngayon. Sila na yung unang-una, na. So I know talagang on my investment side, meron akong nalalaman na talagang pag pumasok ka dito, wala ka talagang parang wala kang, it's a high risk investment kumbaga. So I was parang buo na yung loob ko nga I have to really go kung ano yung pinasukan ko. Alam ko yung pinasukan ko. I could make it or I could lose it all. So ganon. And RH was pitching also the Bitcoin hex. Actually, before 2018, just for the history natin sa hex community, before Bitcoin hex, actually RH was parang meron siyang isang token pa, the computational fluid dynamics, CFD.
I didn't even know about that. This is a Richard Hart token project?
Yeah.
Wow. No, I did not even know about this.
Yeah, CFD token. Parang hindi yun nag-prosper, tapos he pivoted into the idea of Bitcoin hex. It was called Bitcoin hex.
So you were following him even before, so even during that last project, you were already following Richard Hart, or was it really through Bitcoin hex already that you came?
I was with the other project. Yun nga lang, yung Bitcoin hex kasi, it was delayed or it was launched for almost 1 year mahigit, correct me if I'm wrong, if my memory serves me right. So na-late yun eh. So meron ako sa lending platform, I have to send my other tokens there, my coins there, my Bitcoin for that matter. Then parang sinabi he was pitching the idea of a decentralized, immutable. Bago sa akin yun kasi naririnig ko lang is trading. But he was really into the first principles of crypto. Not pure keys, not pure coins. Parang naririnig ko lang yan, but doesn't resonate well. So, ayun, sinabi niya. Tapos, to the point na almost 8 hours na nag-stream dati eh. So, talagang pinapakinggan ko lang.
Wow! Grabe!
8 Castle.
Yeah, well, ang alam ko, like, his older streams, dun ako na, like, when I first caught Richard Hart, what blew me away talaga was the amount of information in that guy's brain. It's, wow. As in, like, and imagine, and he's just, and he's able to just, like, share constantly all this alpha, all this information for hours upon hours upon hours at a time. And it's always, like, really valuable. It's not, really really valuable and insightful stuff. And the guy was willing to talk to anyone. That was something that also really really impressed me. Na wala talaga siyang takot kahit mga critics or whatever. Talagang he'll have them on his stream and then he'll he'll open himself up and answer whatever questions they have, or respond to any doubts or criticisms or anything at all that that they have to say about him or his projects, and that's where I was like, wow, man. I mean, I did not come across a single interview or debate or whatever where I felt like he was, he was always just so on point, and his thought process is just so sharp. So anyways, I just wanted to jump in on those. I didn't know he streamed for 8 hours. I know that there were like 3-4 hour streams. I didn't know there were 8 hour streams, man.
Meron siyang mga 8-hour stream. So imagine listening for that one. Yeah, true yung mga sinasabi mo, parang it resonates me with yung sinabi mo nga, all those things na parang meron siyang mga taglines na bring your heroes here. Meron siyang mga taglines na let them, parang I will cross your heroes here. Parang sinasabi niya. Para sabi niya yun, para makita mo yung difference between him and yung sinasabi mong hero. You could compare, kumbaga, yun yung pinaka-main message niya. Kaya, let's have a debate para we could extract or malaman natin kung sino yung talagang may magandang idea. On that note, parang ganyan yung sinasabi niya. Para maintindihan tayo on the, So from there, I listened to him and I have waited for almost 1 year of Bitcoin or for Bitcoin Hex or Hex for that matter. But later on, he dropped the name of Bitcoin kasi nga he was like pitching na parang daling maintindihan o daling ma-recognize yung brand because he was really into branding. Hex, parang madali mong just 3-letter words o 3 letters parang maintindihan mo na. Sorry, not words. 3 letters lang siya and you will understand. John, can you hear me?
Yeah. You're coming in fine.
Okay, sure. Okay. So, yun. He dropped the Bitcoin Hex kasi nga meron lang nasasabi bakit ginagamit mo yung Bitcoin Hex, hindi naman kayo Bitcoin talaga, you're just a scam. Yan yung mga parang sinasabi nila tungkol sa Hex before. So 2018, he was like sinasabi niya how the economics are paano yung mga mechanism with regards to Hex. So I don't want to go to the details to that one kasi nga marami siyang nitty-gritty but the point we're making here is yung T-share mechanism which is very very unique among crypto. Kasi nga yung T-share is gonna increase in price which is the T-share price and the T-share rate only increases every now and then na merong mag-stake, And yun yung pinaka-unique about T-share. Sabi ko, paano mo ma-accomplish yung yield na ganun kalaki? Diba? Yung 38% na sinasabi for the average of 6 years. Kasi pag hindi naman, actually, you could look it up, it's 3.69 lang naman every year. Pag lightly yung stake mo. So yun, the problem with the OA, bakit nga daw malaki daw, how about yung mga penalties, parang explain nyo lahat yun, yung penalty, pag may nag-unstake or emergency unstake late or emergency unstake, yung half of that penalty will be going back to the OA. Now, the OA has a significant, para siyang significant na parang anchor on the Hex ecosystem or on the Hex, on the protocol, kumbaga. So, doon mo kasi nakukuha yung 38% kasi nga hindi yun nakastake eh. And you will try to delay over time. Actually, the OA will be diluted over time, and those longer and larger stakers will have all those Hex in a form of a yield. You will be given Hex in a form of a yield doon sa mga parang nag-delayed ng kanilang gratification. Yeah. So yun yung understanding niya. So coming there, yung sinasabi niyang delayed gratification resonates well with me. Kasi nga yung sinasabi ko sa'yo, hindi ko pala nagsabi yung history ko about work. So parang yung crypto at saka yung work ko, there's a relation to that one kasi I have to work 2-3 jobs kasi nga I was starting with my family then.
Wow.
This was like 2016. We were like on the hardship during that time kasi nga nag-loan kami ng bahay. I'm working in the government, so alam mo naman yung pasweldo ng government. Talagang, alam mo yung porlon?
No, ano yan? Hindi ko pa
in Bisaya, porlon is like yung sa patay. Porlon.
Sa patay? Hindi ko gets.
Yung mga Saint Peter.
Puneraryo, parang mga ganun.
Porlon. Parang
okay.
Parang porlon. So, gano'n. So, I have to work 3 jobs. I have to work in the government 8 to 5. Then after that one, I have to go to a clinic or a parang hospital na maliit. Like 20-30 minutes ride. So, I'll be, parang doon ako mag-duty at night after 5. Tapos doon ko ni yung mga stream na Richard, doon ko parang naka-audiobook lang siya, parang on my headset while I was working. Parang naka-headset lang siya, parang naka-audiobook lang. Tapos I have to until to the point na nakatulugan ko na lang siya naririnig. Ganon yung ano ko.
Pero may ano ka? May tech background ka rin? Like development or anything like that?
Absolutely zero. Absolutely zero.
Really?
Wala talaga. So, the adoption, the learning curve has to be, talagang you have to have a good learning curve for that market. Kasi pag hindi, talagang all the para mga wordings, ano yung bull, ano yung bear.
That's what I was going to say. Yeah, that's what I was going to say, especially, I mean, listening to Richard's older streams, because I came across his older streams a little bit later on. But it's, some of it is very heavy and very technical, right? And so, but if you're able to, if you have the conviction that, that he's somebody really at the forefront of things and that he's worth learning from, and if you take the time to try and understand, I mean, my gosh, man, like just the insight and the alpha, as they say, right, from this guy is like next to none, in my opinion.
Yeah, next to none.
Yeah.
So let's say a diamond on the rough, and you just have to take all this information. So I have to, para sa mga sinasabi, na Mr. Google lang yung katapat, yung sinasabi ng ganito, ganyan. So, from there, I learned a lot from him. I was really, parang sinasabi niya, you're working hard, you should work smart. Parang ganun sinasabi niya. I was not efficient with my time, kasi nga, I should have, parang dapat yung, after 5 ko, I should be spending it with my family, right? But yet again, I have to work kasi nga we have this loan dun sa bahay namin. So I have to, responsible as a father for my family. I have 3 kids actually. So yun, parang talaga I'm working really as a carabao, ika nga sabi nila. So parang kalabaw talaga ako. After that one, I have to woke up like around during the early times, like 3 a.m. just to pag-extract ko ng blood. We call it rounds. Sa laboratory, meron kang schedule na rounds. Sometimes 3 o'clock, naliligo na ako. So I was not really efficient with with my time. Kasi nga, delayed gratification nga, di ba? So we can relate that one with my work and how Richard resonate with me and how I was not efficient in my finances, and how I have all this sinasabi niyang mga negative externalities. Yeah. Yung nag-business ka. And yung mga example niya before was like restaurant. Bakit nag-close yung ibang restaurant? Kaya nga, kasi nga yung mga restaurant ay ang dami na nila, right? And you have to be competitive. And you have like all these externalities, like you have your overhead cost. Mabayad ka ng tao, kuryente, blah, blah, blah. Tapos yung sinabi niya na nga, crypto is the fastest appreciating asset in human history. Oh man, parang ano ba yun? Parang hindi mo ma-imagine na paano yun? Like parang yung mga established na mga known understanding about economics, yung mga parang mga pillars and foundation of economics, the Keynesian or whatever that is.
Or Keynesian and Austrian economics.
The Keynesian is like debt, and the Bitcoin is like on the other side of the table, right? Correct. Keynesian and what do you call this one?
Austrian.
The Austrian love economics. So, yung sinasabi niya, parang ang hira, parang relax lang. Yung chill ka lang, will not be, parang hindi mo naisipin, ano ba yung bukas, may pera pa ba, or meron ba tayong for in case emergency. So, ganon. So, parang, I just have to take all this information. Bahala na, parang gano'n na rin. Saan pa pupunta? Wala namang mawawala sa akin. Na-scam na nga ako, di ba? So, tuloy na to, parang gano'n. This is it, pansit. So,
although, alam mo bro, isa sa mga talagang nag-build ng credibility for me, about, like with Richard Hart was when I saw nga na even with, like if you look at his past, right? I mean, the fact that he's written, 4 or 5 self-help books, all of his previous material. I mean, you can see that even before Hex and all of this stuff, the guy was really bent on helping humanity. I mean, it's so clear, right? And so that really established, that was another layer of trust that was quickly established, when I found out about those things. So yun. Anyway, just giving the listeners a bit more context rin about RH. Karamihan dito is mga mga bago talaga sa crypto, mga no coiners. Although we have we have a few rin, obviously, who follow in from Hexicans and Texans, and obviously from the Ophir community. But yeah, bro. Anyways, that's one of the things that helped me to trust him when I saw also that from very far back, he was already working towards helping people.
True. So, yeah, yung lahat ng sinabi mo are true actually. Yung sinabi niyang one of the most important thing is you have to fix the flesh. So, paano mo you could extend life. So, yung, di ba, yung binigay nating $57 million worth of donation to the Sense Foundation.
Yeah.
The Sense Foundation. So, tama yun, totoo yun. Kasi nga, we don't have enough time in this life, The telomere, which is part of our body, which kind of more on the aging process of sa tao, talagang mahirap yun, Mahirap yun, parang i-reverse mo yung aging o di kaya pahinahin. So, nag-resonate sa akin yun. Kasi nga, I was working hard, sinasabi. Meron mong sasabi, you should work smart. And kung talagang ang hirap, sabi ko, paano ba to? So, I learned a lot, all these economics na I understand now, how time is like the absolute currency, di ba? Kaya nga, pumupunta ka sa opisina. Kasi pag pupunta sa opisina, sabi ko, I'm here for work. Parang mali, di ba? Sabi ni Richard Hart, you'd have hindi ko lang maano in exact details yung words, but I have to paraphrase him. So parang sinasabi na you're going to work because of exchange of your time. Di ba?
Yeah.
Pupunta ka sa trabaho, exchange of time, and that time you'll be given money. Ko tama nga naman talaga. So, yun, parang nakwenta ko yung for example, you have 1,000 per day na sweldo divided by 8 hours, yun yung per hour mo, ganun. Kasi nga mayroong mga misnomer about yung mga sa atin na trabaho abroad. Kasi yung nanay ko, sinasabi niya, hey, you're in the medical field, go abroad. Kasi nga, dun yung better life, di ba? Green pasture yung baga. Actually, that's false. So, that's my spicy take on that one. I call it the OFW scam. Hey, man. My respect to the OFW, but that's just my spicy take on the matter.
Yeah,
but anyway,
bro, no, I would say we're on the same page about that. All respect absolutely goes out to all of the OFWs out there who've made so many sacrifices to be able to support their families and whatever else. But in my opinion, and even across the like the Ophir community, it's something that we talk about a lot because I honestly believe it's a form of slavery. People have to do it, right? Just to make ends meet.
In a sense,
Yeah.
But in a sense, but
pag napilitan ka, bro. I mean, that's what I mean. Pag kasi of course there are some people na, I mean, especially if they bring their families, then great. But when you have to separate the family for that, sa akin, I can't see how that can be a good thing. And the statistics of it. Syempre my background also is a nonprofit, and I've worked, with the church, and I've also done recently through Ophir, a lot of work with local churches, and that's a statistic that they all talk about. Like the vast majority of marriages that of OFWs break down. It's like the stats are insane. So yun lang. But like you said, definitely, all the respect goes out to them. It's just there's got to be a better way. That's how I see it.
Yeah. I have a friend actually na nakikinig ngayon. So brother, he is I don't know, he's working at a clinic in a certain country. Hey man, may respect. Parang sa akin dito, scam nida. In Bisaya, scam nida. No, I'm just saying, you just have to wake up from the matrix. I have that is my spicy take. That is my my take on the matter. Kasi nga, pag sinasabi mong, you're working there. But anyway, let's just leave it alone. We could have another topic for that. Anyway, so moving forward. So, yun yung mga sinasabi ni RH. So, talagang naintindihan ko yung parang na lang, TLDR na lang, kumbaga, yung economics of things.
Yeah, TLDR is too long.
Too long, didn't read.
Yeah,
too long, didn't
just
read.
basically means that we'll give a summary of it instead of going through the details.
Yeah, but I think we're going on the 1 hour mark now. It's 15 minutes, by the way. Anyway, that was like 15 minutes for the audio and video and technicality natin. But anyway, so, saan na pa ako? Hirap nito. Anyway, we could have another setup by next time, I hope.
Yeah, for sure, bro. Marami guys, we'll have many more of these. Ang dami natin papag-usapan, bro. So, there's really a lot to share with these guys. Ano pa lang, just whether it's Hex or Pulse Chain or Pulse X or, I mean, there's so, I think we should probably have some specific streams talaga to cover some of those things in detail, because you will be able to go into a level of depth that I can't, given your intricate, your knowledge of these things. And so I'd really like to to be able to share this stuff with with the community. So yeah, definitely many more of these to come naman, bro. Pero sige, yeah, you were about, you know what? Sige, go ahead.
Just to level the expectation naman, kung in the of 10, I would like maybe on the 5.5 or 6. I guess, kasi on the development side or on the programming or software side, I really tried but ang hirap talaga yung programming language. Yeah, I tried it kasi you could have an online course of that one Talagang part din dun sa rabbit hole na sinasabi ko. Paano ba to? Ang hirap ng mga JSON pa, yung mga JavaScript na ito.
Anong kailangan mo? It's like Solidity or something?
I have the Python course. I really bought a course of that one. Talagang hindi ko pa rin kasi nga during the early days, sabi nga you have to learn something new. Especially in software, kasi nga sinasabing saying na software eats the world, parang sinasabi. Kasi if you understand software, like Amazon or for that matter Facebook, all those are things on the internet, right? So even our OS, so ganun ko talagang hirap. So I think it's not my forte. It's parang it's not my cup of tea, parang ganun sinasabi. So yun yung parang backgrounder ko. And just to level the expectation naman sinasabi mo kanina, nandyan lang naman tayo sa mga 6 or 5.5 para naman gusto ko lang dito kasi ayoko nang
may intimidate silang lahat niyan. If you say you're a 5.5, just based on what you're talking about right now and the things that you're sharing, a lot of these guys might be like, so I mean, to you you're a 5.5. To me, based on what I've what I've learned from you, yeah, you're definitely up there, brother. So
yeah, all those things kasi I learned it from Richard, and parang yung sinasabi nga nating DIYR or do your own research, do it yourself research. Hindi ko na ginagamit na. I like to coin other things. So DIYR, I would like it coined as DIYR or do it yourself research. So yun yung parang entered ko into crypto and with RH and Hex, and meron kasing 1 year na launch phase. From that 1 year launch phase, you have to enter the tinatawag natin adoption amplifier, in which you can put during the time it was only Ethereum. It was based on the Solana launch phase na 1 year then, and talagang Richard was really very all the debates and sinasabi niya it's a scam, how can you have passed the Howey test, kasi nga baka hahabulin ka ng SEC. It was very with him, kaya nga lumabas yung priest, sino ba yung nag-ano ng who is the OA, yung mga question palagi doon was like Peter McCormack, Peter McCormack, you know the guy. So he really trusts the guy, and he was very, you learn a lot from the guy. No? Yung sinasabi nga nila, yung Kruger effect. So I learned a lot from him. Yung mga sinasabi ko nga niyo, actually, I learned it from the guy. No? So, yun na. Yun yung niya. So we have to enter the adoption amplifier, or yung sinasabi nating lobby. I just have parang yung adoption AA or adoption amplifiers like for 1 year. You have to put ETH there, and you will be spitted out at the end of the day of hex. Parang bibigyan ka ng hex. So almost 1 year, I do that. So I was really excited then. Na parang pag 8 o'clock, you have to do the sacrifice. Ng term dati kasi dyan, hindi naman sacrifice eh.
Ay, hindi pa sacrifice nun.
Hindi pa sacrifice. He just coining the term sacrifice na. Just to work around the loophole of the law. Parang wala kang expectation from the profit of others. So yun yung sinasabi niya, no? So, para hindi mawala sa isipan ko yung FWs ka. Hey, my friend! Shout out to you! Hey man, much respect to you, but you have to really get out of the matrix. You have to understand this one. You have to take the red pill for that matter. Kasi nga, mahirap talaga working abroad. But yeah, this is my spicy take on that one. Para naman, lang. So, going back, yun. Ano ba ako? Sorry.
Well, you went into a bit more detail about Hex and how you had to wait for a year through the adoption amplifier process, and what was the last thing that you said? That you were at the airdrop of Hex, right?
Yeah, actually it's not airdrop.
What was it called? But it technically was it an airdrop or?
It was not an airdrop. I forgot. It's nasa aking dila. Anyway, let's went forward na lang. Imanan ko yung term na ginagamit doon. Just to with the loophole of the law para hindi ka parang you will pass the Howey test. So yun, you have to enter 1 year, and every 8 o'clock in the morning, excited ako. I have to put kasi bumili ako ng Ethereum eh. So yun. So I have to put every day for almost for 300. I forgot, but almost 1 year. So I have to put, and at the end of the day, you have spit out with your hex from the smart contract. So that 1 year na sinasabi.
Sorry, I was getting confused. Because there was an airdrop initially, right, for all Bitcoin holders. Tama ba? But that was before the adoption amplifier, wherein you would trade. You were trading your ETH for Hex essentially, right?
Yeah. The sinasabi niya, this is the term free claim, not airdrop. Free claim. The Bitcoiners can free claim, no? Kasi nga sinasabi ni Richard Hart, you have to bootstrap the economy, and there's no parang magandang mag-hold ng token kundi yung mga diamond hands, which was false naman. To be honest, kasi nga yung nabigyan na sold a lot of their Hex during the meron kasing November lunch end of the big payday, there was a big drop from the coin. There was a very, very big drop. Then boom, and from there it was like start na ng lunch. So a lot of it was called free claim for Bitcoin holders.
Free claim.
If you have a Bitcoin, and you will be given. If meron ka, the smart contract will be computing kung ilang Bitcoin yung mo. Wala kang isi-send na Bitcoin just to be clear. Parang free claim lang sa mga Bitcoiners. Kaya nga, sinasabi ni Richard, you have to bootstrap the economy. Parang you have to start it. Sino ba yung bibigyan mo? We will go there with yung sinasabi natin. You have to bootstrap it kung sino yung talagang mag-hold ng token na talagang diamond-handed. Para ibig sabihin ng diamond-handed, just for the information of everybody, yung hindi daling mag-sell. Even the price drop, yung sinasabi natin when the bear market comes. So, but sadly, those people sold their free Hex. I don't know how much, but parang anyway, kami naman na we were like on the adoption amplifier where parang naglalagay kami ng Hex every day for almost 1 year. Yun yung mga taong really on the hex. I could really see them on Twitter. Talagang active sila. And from there, it grows from the community. RG the Pirate, the Captain, RG3, Hexo first bought the first pizza, and the guy was literally giving money.
It was like what was it? I heard it was like 100,000 or 70,000 hex that he bought a pizza with or something. I heard something about that.
Yeah, actually, Bitcoin is like 10,000 pizza. I forgot how much he bought hex with the pizza. But the guy was literally giving hex as a giveaway. Alam mo ba, doon sa Telegram, meron kasing bot. We were just sending it like, I would just send you how many, hex lang.
Wow.
Doon sa Telegram, like, sending 10,000 hex from there. Parang wala naman sa amin yun during the time.
Oh,
Are you telling us, do not sell or send your hex because it will be very expensive talaga over the years na darating. Ang totoo nangyari. We did the 10,000x kasi nga he do the math on that one. Kasi nga, the 10,000x is very hindi naman very easy. Parang you could achieve 10,000x pag you start from zero, diba? Tama ba? If you start from zero price, it's very much easier for the token to do the 10,000x. Yung sinasabi nilang S-curve of the price. So, kaya nga we try to double every time. Kaya it's very easy. Sinabi niya yun eh, there's no magic naman doon. There's a math equation for that one. So, yun yung sinasabi niya. So, ako naman, wala naman ako kasi binigay sa akin ng free. Send lang namin, send sa'yo. Parang meron lang doon sa Telegram, merong bot. I forgot. And tapos space, ilang hex, papasend mo, ganun lang. Walang kwenta sa amin, pero you can see now in the hex.com, hex.com Telegram, wala nang sisend ng hex.
Grabe. Maraming nung era na yun, marami ring mga Pinoy na na kasamahan.
I think so. I think so. They're called parang hunters. Airdrop hunters ata tawag nila doon. They were just like, I think a guy early on, meron siyang nakuhang, or nakabili siya ng 1 million hex, and he just sold it for like, I don't know, 200,000. He was like, yeah, yung anak ko, naging 200,000 ako, man, you don't know what you're doing. Kaya nga, mahirap yun. Ganun. So, ngayon, hindi ko na siya naririnig. Kaya sinasabi ko nga sa, pag sinasabi natin OG, hindi lang yung OG na parang nauna ka lang. Yung OG kasi is nauna ka and you keep going. Ibig sabihin,
that's true. Kasi maraming mga nauna na wala, hindi na.
Wala na. I think it's the Bible also, di ba? Meron namang nauna na naging huli. Meron namang nahuli na
Yeah.
So, yung pa sinasabing OG, kasi nga, hindi lamang yung una ka lang eh. We have to push through on. Kaya nga sabi nga namin, we hex on. This is a battle. Kaya nga nakarating ito sa inyo, the new wave of parang Hexican. Kasi nga merong nauna sa atin, di ba? Even with Richard, merong Satoshi. And from Satoshi, build the likes of Richard, the likes of Roger Ver, and all these first principle guys like Keaton Long, Andreas, and Tonakolus. So from there, tayo naman, sinasabi ko, hindi lang yung sinasabi nating OG sa pangalan lang, wala tayong ginagawa. Parang dapat talagang we have to get out to the community, put our face out there. Yung sinasabi ni RG3 eh. Put our face out there, put trust on the brand. At hindi tayo parang nasa lang, baka yung ginagawa mo dyan, sinasabi mo lang na ganito ka ganire. But at the end of the way, you keep selling your health, di ba? Kaya nga parang JPEG ka lang dyan. Kaya nga sabi mo nga kanina, talagang mag-aano ka, mag-video ka. Mag-video talaga ako. Diba, makita ko yung mukha ko sa buong mundo, sabi ko.
Nice.
So,
nice.
Yun yung take ko doon. Yun nga lang, hindi ako makapag-stream. Katulad ganito, yung connection is ang pangit. Sino mo makikinig sa inyo, di ba? Ulo ka lang, mababash ka lang. So, yun. I think one of one thing that I should do on my end is to really upgrade my setup, connection, lighting maybe. So yun, pronto lang nakita mo kanina, di ba?
Bro, your setup is awesome, man. I think the setup is awesome. It's just the actual stream, the actual audio and video. But once that's sorted, man, I was inspired nga. I need to kind of beef things up after seeing your Hex signboard and and the merch. Galing, man. The Fexican logo.
The Hexican. Yeah, that's a Pinoy Hexican. I coined the term.
Yeah, galing.
I coined the term of the day, guys. Mexican. Mga RH moves in eh. Anyway, I'm a disciple of his. So, yun. From there, after 1 year, yun, tapos na yung big payday and wala na. I mean, yun yung start ng when the price take off na talaga kasi wala nang parang seller. Para lang kasi nag-sell na yung iba, yung naka-free claim na mga Bitcoiners. I forgot the figures or the numbers kung ilan yung nag-free claim, but meron naman, you could look it up. So from there, I hold on my Hex kasi nga naka-stake ako. I'm stake long term. So gusto ko lang ipakita na I'm really here for the long run. Di lang tayo parang tawag dito. Parang easy lang, yung 1 million na nag-sell. And from there, ilan na yung 1 million mo ngayon? Yung all-time high, it's like 24 million pesos. Nasa yung 200,000 mo. You just have like 1x your stack, di ba? Or, I don't know, I just pull that number out my head. I don't want to say kasi I just
okay lang, we get it. Yeah, we get it. But on that note, bro, when you're just talking about staking for the long run, just to share with our with our community, especially those who aren't that familiar yet with Hex, one of the reasons that like I personally have so much confidence in it and something that everybody can see is that the length of the stakes, the average length of the stakes, or the amount of time that people have locked up their Hex to receive the T-shares or the rewards or the interest or however you want to call it, has been increasing, which to me shows that there's actually more and more confidence in the project, and so and you have more and more people staking for longer and longer periods of time, which I think is a real strong indication of where things are going.
Sure. Good point you're making there, John. So actually, put trust on this. You could really see the long-term goal of these people na kung saan pupunta talaga to.
Yeah.
And just a backstory on that one. Actually, tumataas yan yung sinasabi ng average stake length.
Yeah.
Kasi nga, it started like 3, 4, 5, 6. Kasi nga,
di ba 7,
yung mga early, I don't know sa staker, nasa 6 na ata mahigit.
Okay.
But anyway, more like on that range. So tama yung punto mo doon na you could really have the people, the TVL or the total value lock on the system. Kasi nga yung mga, you have to understand kasi nga, if you try to stake, if you're a staker, you're actually lending value doon sa mga, you're lending value doon sa mga parang yung stake length nila is maliit lang, or not maliit, parang hindi ganun kahaba. You have to understand that those who stake longest, you are trying to extract value yung mga maliit na mga stakers or yung mga medium range na stakers. You have to understand that kasi yung sinasabi mo, saan ba yung value na nanggagaling, di ba? Yung value na nanggagaling, yung sinasabi na itong value is different from the price. But the price can fluctuate. But parang sinasabi natin, how can we trust the system na talagang hindi to parang sinasabi nilang, let's just make it lang, Tagalog, okay? Para maintindihan tayo. Hindi naman mga Tagalog yung or mga Filipino. I want to make it in Tagalog. Na baka malugi ito. Saan ba yung how come the price can go up? The price can only go up if you understand economics of things. If there are more, it's just a matter of supply and demand, right? When the supply is low, the demand of the token and the price goes up, right? Now, the demand comes from the product market fit of Hex. Now we are talking about Hex right now. So the product, we just for the information of everybody, the pitch before was like time deposit on the blockchain, right? We try to mimic. Let's try to be with our words here. We try to mimic time deposit on the legacy or the banking system. Now, time deposit is like a savings account but of much higher mataas yung interest rate. Yun lang sasabihin natin term or yield, di ba? I don't know how much is the yield now for the time deposit. Palagay niya natin 6%, di ba? And yung savings naman is like nowhere like 0.1%.
Yeah.
So you can just imagine the difference. So, yung sinasabi ni Richard Hart na time deposit on the blockchain, trustless, immutable, that's one of the pitch na talagang dapat nating ipaintindi sa tao na ano bang gamit nito. Kasi pag sinasabi kasi nating token or crypto, trading agad di ba? We have to understand yung sinasabi nga nating fundamentals. So, anong gamit ng token na ito? Immutable ba ito? Admin keys ba? Wala. Pure DeFi. I'm telling you guys, we have to believe the guy coming from me na na-scam na. Coming from me, I lost a lot of money. When I say loss of money, it's like lost a lot of money. Kasi nga I have to test really the system. I'm like more of a, if you try to gauge, kasi pumunta ako sa isang website na ano ba yung risk appetite ko, I'm like on the middle, above middle na risk taker on the investment side. So,
wow, in-analyze mo talaga, gumamit ka pa ng...
meron naman kasi mga website na gano'n Ano ba yung risk appetite na sinasabi nila? Just look it up. I forgot the website. So, yun, naintindihan ko yun. Kuya, immutable DeFi.
Yeah.
Kaya sinasabi ko, meron pa nga akong sinasabi, no, we need to really bridge the people coming from the CeFi world. Yun yung battle cry ko. Kasi dun sa Hex community, we have different ideas. But at the end of the day, we have respect for each other. Yun yung maganda sa Hex We can, right now we have an issue with regards to one of the wallets na sinasabi na sabi ko sa loob ko, no, it's fine. If you have to have revenue stream and you have a wallet na meron ka namang taong ng pinasasweldohan, you have to really gain a revenue for that, right? So wag na nating dramahin pa. Kung dati free naman to, you can track all your all the record or yung tawag dito, yung address mo, huwag mo nang anuhin yun. So, sabi ko, I have different understanding o parang different approach. So, you have to, kasi yung kailangan mong isave is on the CeFi world, di ba? Wala naman. Yung mga tao nasa DeFi na, di ba? Wala nang, there's no need of saving that. Yung sinasabi, what I mean is, you have to save the sinners. Tama ba? Doctor for yung taong walang sakit.
Yung nangangailangan, yung may sakit, yung kailangan mong tulungan.
Yeah, doctors. Yeah, so that's what I'm thinking. Bakit parang wag yung kasi yung iba parang sinasabing pleb, parang sinasabing soy boy, but paano tayo makakainganyo? Paano tayo we can involve all these people? Pag hindi natin alam natin sasabihin to, one way or the other, ganun ka naman dati, di ba?
Exactly. I love that you're saying that, bro. Yeah, I that's actually something that really resonates with me because yan din yung sakit That's how I see it. Na ang lakas ng community, but I guess yung sakit din dun is na maging masyadong focus talaga inside the community na hindi mo na nare-realize na actually you're building sometimes even without meaning it, but you're building walls and parang you're starting to be a bit too condescending towards those who are not on the same page yet. But how are they going to come in? How are they going to realize what's going on if you don't condescend to where they are? And I'm using that term in a manner that's not to belittle them, and that's the whole point of what I'm saying, right? We were all there at one point, right? And so to keep those walls down and to have that kind of a mindset where we want to reach out to people, we want to help them, and it's precisely those who are still in the quote unquote like old world, like they're the ones who need that help, right?
Yep. I agree 101% on that.
Yeah.
That no. Talagang totoo yung sinasabi mo. And yung iba naman, ang good thing is, yung ngayon naman, meron naman tayong mga new na mga into the community na really reach out into the other communities. Kasi nga pag sinasabing DeFi and immutable code, talagang ayaw na nila ng iba. What happened to us? We became maxi, kaya nga yung ano ko is maximalist. I am no maxi on that note. Kasi nga
DeFi,
parang you try to on the DeFi, I am really into that ano. You have to really to be a maxi on that note. Na talagang you have to own your keys.
Bro, ano?
But to be
I'd like for you to if you, given that a lot of our viewers nga are fairly new to crypto, maybe you can explain that a little bit more in a way that's, you know, in a simple and concise a way as possible. Kasi people talk about DeFi all the time, decentralized finance, and alam mo naman yung DeFi specifically dito sa Pinas and in many places, parang they just throw that word around eh. Halos lahat ng crypto na lang, they just say it's DeFi eh.
Yeah.
Oo. Pero before you get into that, let me just say hi to some people in the chat lang because there have been
Sure. Yeah.
And then
Sure, you have to. Yun rin sasabihin ko sana kanina sa iyo eh. Na, I think you have to look at the chat. Merong, the guy from, this one? Yeah, go ahead, John.
Yeah, so here we go. JJ Ali, what's up? Thanks, brother. Thanks for the support for Ophir. Excited again, saying hello to JJ. Tin Top, what's up? What's up to all our fellow Hexicans in the house today? We have Angelica here. Hello po. Excited again, saying hi to Tin Top. Brother Eli, community manager in Ophir. Yeah, amen. Pinoy OG Hexican in the house. That's right. And Brother David Lee, who I know you, McP, have also seen a lot of in the Ophir chat. Yeah, super supportive and lovable guy. Thanks so much for all you're doing for the community, brother. Brother Arnel, hindi maintindihan. Kanina pa pala ito. Sa tingin ko the chat it improved naman eh. Si TJ said from 2 naging 5 or 6 or something over 10. So cool. Yun bro. So sige, we'll stop at this, and then if you can just give folks a concise explanation of DeFi and really parang what I guess the things that the principles, right, that Richard Hart and Hex essentially really like espoused, right, and that caused us to really gravitate towards what he teaches and towards his projects and towards his community.
Sure. So so DeFi is basically owning your data. It's like a Web3, yung sinasabi nga nila. And if you go to the decentralized finance part of it, it's like transferring value over the internet without any intermediaries. Ibig sabihin, hindi mo na kailangan ng bangko. You just have to trust on the software or on the protocol. Now, what is unique with Hex is or are the qualities of having two. Let's talk about Hex first, okay? Because it's the most truest sense of DeFi kasi. If you understand DeFi, yung sinasabi nga natin mga buzzwords like thrown around, like, DeFi ka nga, meron ka namang admin key. You're not true DeFi. DeFi-yan ka lang. You're not true DeFi.
DeFi-yan. Okay yan.
DeFi-yan ka lang. Ganon. So, Hex really emulate the true essence of the word DeFi. You own your keys, it's immutable, and for the information of everybody, Hex has three audits.
Yeah.
2 security audits, meaning there are no bugs on the software. It's a walled garden protocol. Parang paano pa sabihin yun? Para siyang a vault within a vault. Ganun na lang. Kasi nga yung naririnig mo ngayon na yung with other, parang hindi ko lang sasabihin yung ibang community. Sorry, merong Pero, ang ingay. Anyway, kasi nga, di ba naririnig natin, may mga from other communities or from other crypto na merong bug. Yung sinasabing bug is the sinasabi nating bug, yung inflation bug. Ibig sabihin, merong problema doon sa supplies o yung sa token kung gaano karaming supply. Then, merong mga hacks on that one. Yung hex is hindi mo siya mahahack in a sense kasi nga meron siyang vault within a vault. So, yun. It's a walled garden protocol. Even if the Ethereum guys can upgrade and what's happening now, we'll be going there. You could just fork it and now we have pulse chain. So we will talk again about that. How ganun ka very, very efficient or how really well thought ang hex contract.
Yeah.
Kasi nga, you just can fork it and now we have pulse chain. Kasi nga, ang mahal-mahal ng fees doon.
Yeah. Exactly.
So, yun yung mga magandang ano. And it has 3 security audits, 3 audits, 2 security audits, and 1 economics audit. TLDR with the security for the economics audit is the staker longer and larger stakes beats the trader type and yung maliliit na mga stakes. When I say that, yung yield or yung T-share na sinasabi natin. Now, going back to the T-share rate, merong nag-post dito sa Tin Hat, you could really know the predictable, that's one thing, good point, Tin Hat. Tin Tap, sorry? Tin Tap. Yung sinasabi yung predictable na supply ng hex is very, very, very unique for crypto na alam mo yung sino yung mag-unstake on that day.
Yeah, exactly.
Kasi pag mag-unstake ka, doon ka sa araw na maliit yung mag-unstake para marami kang makukuhang yield kumbaga on those. But anyway, I don't want to go to the nitty-gritty of things. TLDR na lang that one. Pag longer and larger yung stakes mo, you'll always beat yung maliliit na stakes and especially yung mga trader type. Talagang maiiwanan kayo. Yung mga trader, maiiwanan kayo sa price. So stop trading hex. If you're talking about hex, you just take it, okay? Now, maybe, John, we could have another topic on that one, on the derivative tokens in hex, like the perpetuals, but different, definitely on different live stream natin. And sana maganda na yung audio ko and video ko by the pag hindi po maganda yung audio video ko, naku po, hindi ako mag-stream sa iyo. Ang pangit. Ayoko. Walang value added. Kasi nga, pag you have to understand art, talagang 4K yung sa kanya, 8K pa nga ginagamit niya eh. Talagang nag-effort siya. So, ako rin, nag-effort talaga ako. I have to really put some on my pronto lang ito. Ano gagawin ko dito? So, going back...
Okay naman, at least na, I think naiintindihan ka naman, at least. Pero yun, definitely, bro, I would love to see you start streaming and let's do this more frequently. I think that we should have like some special streams really just to dig down deep into into hex and the inner workings of hex, but also pulse chain. That's something that we haven't really gotten to it yet, but that's something I've been super I've just really been wanting to share more about that to our community and to Filipinos in general, because yun, ang dami rin nating mapag-uusapan dyan, especially the whole Axie thing, right? We brought that up briefly in the green room.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure. Tama yung sinasabi mo with regards to that one. Now, going back to the DeFi, DeFi, in a true sense, is like, ikaw talaga yung bangko. Yung sinasabi natin DeFi. So you can exchange value over the internet having just a wallet or MetaMask. Then you can go to the code, or for that matter, I don't know if may intindihan niyo ako dito, but you have to really go to the you have to if you are really serious into this one, you have to really go to the rabbit hole understanding all these things. Kasi pag sinasabi mo lang, explain it to me like a 5 years old. Yeah, and you were just sold. You just sell this token.
Agreed.
If we're talking about hex, I don't want to talk like a 5-year-old. I don't want to make that pitch na on a 5-year-old. on the hex na side, especially paano yung t-shirt mechanism, hindi mo pa pwedeng sabihin tawag dito. I know mayroon namang mga videos in a sense, but talagang sinasabi mo hindi naman sinasabi doon on the videos. I know nga I might be contradicting on the guys na hey, dapat ano lang yung tawag dito. Kasi if you are really serious into investing on this one, you have to really understand you could really understand the mindset kung how serious kung really if you're papasok ka sa ganitong arena kung baga. So if you have to onboard someone, iba yung approach ko Iba yung approach ko, but you have to talk on like this one. Sinasabi ko palagi, you have to really do your own research. Hindi mo pwedeng sabihin tawag dito, talk to me like I'm 5 years I'm like 5 years old. Siguro pag sa wallet pwede. Siguro pag on board dapat 1, 2, 3 steps lang. About ibang topic kasi yun paano pa papasok sa crypto. Pwede yung 5 years old na mantra. Talk to me like a dummy or dum-dum. But if you have to go into hex and really go into the parang nitty-gritty of things, paano ba ito gumagalaw? Kasi pag meron nga akong onboard, maano lang ako dyan, hindi ko siya parang binigyan lahat ng information. Sabi niya, bakit hindi mo sinabi yung t-shirt sa akin? Lumaki na yung pera niya. It's like, parang, tapos laging, malaki na talaga, So, hindi niya ako, sabi ko siya So, yun. Tapos, nung naintindihan na to, sabi ko, ito yung t-shirt. Para ko siyang inaisa-isa na. Yeah. So, you have to really do parang one-on-one coaching.
I totally agree with you because your conviction will really grow when you understand how it works and the genius behind it, the game theory, correct, all of that. Correct. Because honestly,
you're talking about
in my and this is it's part of my frustration, but I get it, right? People don't really, a lot of people don't have the time, or they don't realize the value in this, so they don't take the time, and that's why actually there are a lot of very, very smart people who I've tried to talk to about Hex, who because we haven't quite gotten beyond that point of like they're being convinced enough to do their own research and to dig in and to really see how it works. If you just take a superficial glance at this, especially with all of the bad press, although it's not as bad as before, right? But with all the people calling it a scam and stuff, you're not going to build your own conviction about it. You're not really going to understand the genius behind it. But I'm telling you, if you do take the time to understand it, and take more than as McBee was saying, right? Really immerse yourself, and what do you call this? Go beyond that superficial layer. I'm telling you, I mean, it's ingenious, man. What Richard Hart has done, the way that he has set this up.
Sure, I agree.
From so many vantage points, right? I mean, the game theory side, even from a legal vantage point, from an adoption, even from a marketing standpoint. I mean, it's just really, really impressive.
So sure, it's like a one-man army for that matter. Marketing side, he does live on your head, rent-free with all his outrageous marketing. So I'm against it, by the way, but I'm glad that he pivoted on the humble side of him. So he's focusing on the spiritual. Kasi nga, meron tayong mga kanya-kanyang market na kasi we try to go, if you have to, sinabi ni Richard Hart, nung nag-uumpisa, you could really see the statistics na yung mga early nga Hexican were like having a military background. These are not soul boys. They're like MMA fighters.
Yeah.
Really
yeah, you know what? Actually, you know what? That's something I saw as well. Like with a lot of the Hexicans and even Posicans and even Texans. A lot of because most of the Texans.
Yeah, Texans. Yeah,
Texans. A lot of guys with military background, right? And these guys obviously are, their rigor is of another level when it comes to analyzing things and really going all in to put their time behind something to figure stuff out. And so that was something also that struck me initially. Parang ang daming mga vets and mga military guys.
So true. So parang yun yung market niya during the time So you really build a strong community from the people na you have onboarded. You could really see guys na have really conviction. Alam mo yung mga military, those are loyal eh, di ba? Pag sinabi mong go there, talagang no question asked.
Yeah.
Question later na, ganun, di ba? Yung mga ano nila na, I'm not so ano with their, but meron ganun silang ano nga, it's an order, sabi nga nila. So, tapos maganda na ngayon kasi nga hipoyoto din to ano. I think he has parang sinasabi nga niya rin na after this one, the posting launch, I think he'll be siguro, I think he deserve all the time that he needs na parang go under the radar. Parang ano na, kasi nga nandyan naman yun, and the community is established na for almost 3 years. The Lendy effect is there na. As long as the brand is there, people is using it, so you understand Lindy, right?
Yeah. For those who are not familiar, the Lindy effect it's basically a concept that that states that the sustainability or the longevity of a project or whatever business or anything really is proportionate to the length of time that it's been around already.
Right. That's the Lindy effect. So for the 3 years na and you can see the people coming in, like more of the investor type or more on iba na yung pumapasok sa ating mga kasama, like we have Katie, Crypto Katie, like reaching out to CFI exchanges. Sabi ko, you have to really go there kasi nga like a Trojan horse, you have to parang you have to lure them with the price and end up them with having T-shares. That's the main goal. That's the parang end game kumbaga. Kasi pag sinabi mo, ano yung T-share? Ano ba yun? Hindi yan papasok pag sinabihan mo lang na T-share. The green candle is one of your big marketing na you can do to these people. Hindi na yan kaya sinasabi ni Richard, he was blunt about it eh. People really love to go or buy when it's green. It's a human eh.
Oo nga eh. Grabe, no?
It resonates well with me kasi kung kailan na green, doon ako going.
Yeah, ako rin. Exactly. We all learned that way, right?
Yeah.
Exactly. Ako pinaka-top ng last bull market. Man.
You understand, right? It's the market psychology. You can look it up the chit chart of Wall Street kumbaga. So ganun talaga 'yon. So yun, DeFi, yun yung DeFi na sinasabi natin. DeFi na truest form is X. So from there, ngayon meron na rin yung Pulse Chain kasi nga Pulse Chain was launched kasi nga yung Ethereum chain has increased their S-load. Ibig sabihin ng S-load is parang yung computing na pag-secure ng network is parang I'm talking about John, I'll be talking in parang na lang tawag dito, term na pinasinasabi nilang dummies. What kind of book is that one?
For dummies. May mga
for dummies. Parang ganun. Parang this is the right, but this is the the talking in a 5 years old. You have to understand na that the Pulse chain is parang we have to fork Ethereum kasi nga mahal yung fees doon. And mind you, during the time when I tried to unstake, kasi nga meron akong mga ladder stakes for 3 years, grabe kamahal ng unstake. It was like 15,000, 20,000 like bull market, 2021. Yeah.
Wait, pesos, bro.
Pesos.
Okay.
Sorry.
Yeah, tama. Okay, that
you
makes
have
sense.
10,000 for staking. Mind you,
which is still
unstake that before, like 10 pesos.
Yeah.
Ang 10 pesos para sa amin dati, mahal na yun.
Yeah.
10 pesos for us to unstake was mahal. Kasi nga nagpa-practice pa ko paano pag unstake and stake. Kasi mura lang naman doon. Walang halos kwenta yung, walang halos value yung token during the time. Nag-invento ka lang kasi nga bago pa, you have to try the system. Kung totoong makaka-unstake ka. So, you have to unstake, stake it. If you have dati, you have to stake it like around 5 pesos. Mahal na sa akin yun. 3 pesos. Talagang inaano ko, bumababa yung
But I remember umabot ng hundreds of dollars, 3, 4, $500 minsan, yung mga... In
Yeah,
fact,
25,000 pesos.
oo, oo.
Yung sa akin, during the time, talagang hindi ko siya stake and I have penalties na dun sa ibang mga maliliting stakes kasi nga impractical na for me to unstake. Kasi nga meron akong mga ladderized stakes. I have 3, 5, 10, 15, all the way down. So, yung iba naman na mga kasama natin during that bull market is nag-unstake yung iba kasi nga parang doon na rin naintindihan yung T-share. Parang you have to hayaan mo na lang ma-incur ka ng mga penalties para at least ma-maximize mo yung T-share rate. Pero mga ganong mga ginawa pa yung iba, yung mga shark positions na parang mga whales pa sila dati, then nag-penalty sila yun, nababa sila sa ranking niya, kaya napunta dun sila sa shark or dolphin positions. So, yun. Kaya na-fork ng post-chain. Now, speaking about post-chain or talking about post-chain, now, I know you guys are building on top of it, and yeah, I'm sorry I forgot to congratulate you personally.
Oh, thanks, man.
For the launch of your token, which is on post-chain. And,
thanks,
I mean, will be copied on post-chain.
Yeah, exactly.
We really need to have a chain that is fast and efficient and eco-friendly. And we have, actually, with post-chain, we have, tinignan ko kanina, around 3 minutes, meron ka ng block. Actually, sinasabi nila more or less mga 8 to 10 average. So that is fast. Ethereum is like having a 13 seconds.
Seconds, right? Not minutes, seconds, diba? 3 seconds. So 3 seconds ang...
Ano sinabi ko? Minutes?
Seconds. Oo, minutes ang...
No, sorry guys. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, 3 seconds ata yung block.
Seconds. Sorry. So, tinignan ko kanina, 3 seconds, and on the average daw, sinasabi nilang 8 or 10 seconds. Totoo naman, kanina yung before tayo nag-stream, 3 seconds, it was, it was mabilis, and V4 is coming, and I think that will be the final. I hope. I'm crossing my finger if you can see me.
Ay, ano nga pala, bro? Wait, I'm curious. So, nakita mo ba yung there was Richard Hart's brother was on a stream recently. Did you catch that?
Not sure.
That's not his brother.
That is not his brother.
No way. Okay, I fell for that. I just caught it. Was it yesterday? I think I caught it, and then I've never heard of his having a brother or anything like that. And the guy looked a little bit, like him, and so that's not his brother.
No, that's not his brother.
Oh my gosh!
One of his stream, he said that he's like he don't have a brother and sister. And I don't know if he don't want to dox himself, but he had said it.
Okay, interesting. Because the guy, I forget his name. I didn't listen to the entire thing, but he did call a date for Pulse Chain launch. I think he did, anyways. He kind of, he didn't like say it super explicitly, but he was saying July 4th. So, but I don't know, who knows, right? And if he's not really Richard's brother, then.
Now he's not his brother, and Richard had posted on Twitter's account like indirectly like mental illness is on the family. I don't know if he's gonna know, but had said it, he has no brother and sister, so I have to take his word for it. Sinabi niya wala siyang kapatid.
Oh, parang narinig ko rin yan dati. Parang nasabi niya. Oo nga.
And I think T-Bird, parang si T-Bird was meron siyang pinost, parang siyang clip na pinost sa Twitter. Yun, tama yun. I heard it also. Kasi nga, I parang narinig ko yung halos lahat ng stream niya dati, yung mga 8-hour stream niya, 3-hour stream niya. So, narinig ko rin. So, parang yung sinabi niyo meron siyang kapatid, it's done struck me na, parang hindi na ako na, parang wala sa akin lang, kumbaga, kasi narinig ko na sinabi niya. So, kung meron naman siyang kapatid, okay lang. But if they have problem, it's their problem na.
Yeah.
You don't have to make qualms about that. Kung meron namang mental illness, so we should help the guy. So, parang mga drama lang yan sa buhay, sabi nga, mga lang yan, mga nonsense lang kumbaga. So, going back into Pulse Chain, so yun, Pulse Chain, 2 more weeks is like 2 years na, so we sacrificed 2021. But for me, okay na
ako doon, bro. Yung was it May? Was it May of last year when they said na it was coming out in a few weeks? Tama, May of last year, 'di ba? I think yung when they said na talagang a few weeks na lang na sigurado na. Or I think it happened a few times maybe. So
Yeah, I know. I think, guys, you have to understand. I think you're over leveraged or are overly invested.
Yeah.
Yung
Yun
mga
nga.
gano'n na mayroong mga ano. Kasi nga sinasabi nga natin, sinabi ko na kanina, again, do your own research. This is not a financial advice. Knowing Richard Hart that we launched for almost like 1 year mahigit dun sa Hex, hindi na ako nagtaka when he want to perfect things na parang talagang walang bugs, 100% uptime. Kasi nga, bragging rights yun sa kanya, di ba? Which is true
Yeah.
naman for a blockchain na talagang like other chains, hindi ako magbabanggit, na talagang every now and then, merong hack, down na naman, tapos
Yep.
yung mga tao naman talaga walang pakialam. Coming
Yeah.
from a guy na talagang he wants to have the best technology, best software, or for that matter, best token or coin or protocol or whatever it is, smart contract, with this Hex,
Yeah.
talagang maiintindihan mo where he's coming from.
100% uptime, di ba?
100% uptime yung sinasabi. With Hex, kasi nga, Hex is smart contract naman. So, yun na, walled garden siya kahit papag anong mangyayari doon sa transaction layer or yung chain, walang mangyayari kasi yung isolated yung smart contract eh. So, hindi mo pwedeng walang changes doon. And yung dineploy niya, walang admin key. Kung anong mangyayari, merong mga bugs. Ibig sabihin ng bugs, inflation bugs naman yan. Meaning, baka merong computation doon na mali yung pagbigay ng yield mo. We're talking about X. Yun yung magka-problema yung yung contract kumbaga. So ayaw niya mangyari yun. So it was like 1 year and mahigit ata. Kaya and Paul Shane was like sinabing malilate na okay lang ako dito. I'm cool, I'm fine. Kasi naiintindihan ko that sinasabi niya na long time before, software is hard.
Yeah, oo.
And if you are into this one and parang ano na kayo, nababag, ang tawag sa Tagalog, parang
Nababag-abag, tama ba?
nababag, parang ano na kayo with your investment kasi nga you're overly invested.
Yeah, exactly.
And then invest in which you are ready to lose. You did have always that mindset.
Tama.
I have to understand that nga, coming from a guy who have been scammed from all the scam na naanuhan ko. So, yun lang yung simple explanation doon. Kaya maraming nagre-reklamo, bakit nga matagal, and people are clamoring. You're just overly invested. You don't know what you're entering into. This is an investment, parang vehicle na sinakyan mo and you don't know saan ka pupunta. You really know, understand saan ka pupunta. And software is hard. So please, konti na lang tiis. V4 is here and we could have mainnet coming from a guy. Sa lahat na makikinig dito, maraming mas scam na mga Twitter account, mayroong mga Telegram channels. So please be careful, guys. Don't get scammed. Please, 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 please don't give your seed words.
Yeah.
Your seed words is yung pinaka-password. Yung seed words na yon is 12 or 24, depende kung anong gamit na algorithm on that ginagamit mong anong ginagamit mong wallet. So please don't give it to anyone parang tumatawag or mag-message na hey, baka mag-a-advance na sila, talagang tatawag na hey, give me your seed words. But for now, more on the Telegram bots or Telegram chats, Twitter na mayroong mga fair airdrop, papasok sa ganitong website. I have a friend of mine na MetaMask. So
oo nga. I was gonna say na you really need to be careful with the websites and that you connect your wallet to or whatever. Talagang do your talaga. Make sure to double, triple check yung URL and and if it's somebody that you don't know personally like really well, like just be very, very careful. And even if it's someone you know, ang daming mga fake accounts, grabe. In fact, ang dami nang nadali even sa Ophir community. Ang dami ng yung mga admins, di ba? Like people, it's really common, guys, that people will create fake accounts impersonating admins and impersonating various people. So you really do need to be very security minded and double and triple check and ask the admins and if you're in doubt about anything.
So, Yun. So Pulsion will launch all ARC20 tokens and NFTs will be copied over the
That's
Pulse chain.
crazy. That's crazy.
So to
man.
my brothers and sisters and to all the Pinoys into Axie, which is play to earn. Actually, gaming is one big parang business, ano. So really, people have to play games. That's part of the human psychology of people that we really need to have output, whatever it is. During the time, people play games outside, but ngayon people are playing inside with our cell phones. Yung malilit pa tayo, hoy, ano ka dito? Pasok ka na. Ngayon naman, hoy, labas ka na. Dito ka lang sa bahay.
Baliktad na eh. Oo nga.
Gaming is really part of tao to get out of boredom, and it become incentivized na ngayon. So to my Axie brothers and sisters out there, Pinoy ka man o ano ka man, saan ka man ngayon, all your Axies will be copied over to Pulse Chain. Imagine that,
insane,
free copy on Pulse Chain.
Yeah, guys, alam mo, bro, let's in one of our future streams, let's really take some time to talk about that.
Sure,
Yeah,
we can talk a little bit of that. You have a question about that?
Yeah, well, that was one of my questions. I wasn't sure because I understood, right, that you're getting copies of all of your ERC20s, all of your I had heard NFTs as well, and obviously, the Axie in-game characters are NFTs, right? And so my question was whether so given that those would be copied over, would those also basically be playable as well?
So the playing part, that's one thing na parang ano natin, we will see if they really have to play over on Pulse Chain. So that's one thing na a variable. Now we don't if really the Axie Infinity are Sky Mavis, we have to really build the game over in Pulse Chain. But the token is more yung pinaka main concern natin or topic natin.
AXS and SLP, all of that will be copied over onto the Pulse chain. Exactly, guys. So that's huge. That's huge.
Yeah. That's one thing kasi na parang variable yung game kasi nga depende yun sa Sky Mavis if they have to really go there kasi nga yung fees natin sa Pulse chain is mura,
yun nga,
faster. So, yun yung variable na hindi natin alam. But what I know is, nakita ko na yung Axie na yung tinignan ko. Nandoon na yung
Naglaro ka rin ba?
Actually.
Naglaro ka rin ba? Or ka-scholar?
I'm not so into gaming actually.
Okay.
So, never played the play to earn, the Axie. So, ang punto lang natin dito is you have a free copy over there and we have meron kasi yung bridge. That bridge is called the Pulse Rock. Lang natin mapag-usapan lang natin kasi nga dito sa Pilipinas maraming naglalaro niyan. And that's one value we can extract from them using Pulse Chain, and they can just bridge over their Axie Infinity and on the Ethereum side, and you have a bridge. Yung bridge is parang nirarap lang siya and you will be spit it out. Parang bibigyan ka ng token on the other side which is equivalent token kung ilan. For example, meron kang isang Axie from the Ethereum side, pumunta ka ng Pulse Bridge, bibigyan ka ng token on the Pulse Chain side, meron ka ng P Axie. Parang ganito lang. You go to the casino, right? Meron kang pera. Then you go to parang merong cage doon na bibigyan ka ng mga tokens or ano bang tawag nila doon?
Chips, man?
Chips, chips. So, parang ganun lang yun doon. Yung pera mo, ililagay mo doon sa bridge, yung pinaka-cage, and the bridge will spit out the chips on the Pulse Chain side. Now, yung chips mo on the PLS side, pwede mo yung gamitin kasi nga meron tayong liquidity din. Kung gusto mong maglaro or gusto mong mag-trade or swap, which is the main function naman talaga doon sa ating Pulse X. Your Pulse X is like your Uniswap. Yun yung parang equivalent niya. And doon, you can play there. Then, if you want to get out, you just have to go back to the cage and the cage will give you your Ethereum side, you will give your Ethereum, whatever ERC20 tokens that you have on the Ethereum side. So, ganun lang yung parang best analogy na makukuha natin. So, yun yung sa
question, bro. Kasi, so, during the fork, right, so when you have copies created, so, like, let's say with Hex, right, so you'll have Hex on the Ethereum side, you'll have Hex on the Pulse Chain side, which will be a PRC20 as opposed to an ERC20, and the value obviously will be different initially, right? Although there are some people who do believe that price will probably reach parity. But if that's the case, though, if price will be different, how when you bridge an Ethereum version of something onto the Pulse Chain version, then wouldn't you're saying that the value of that which you've bridged over will stay the same? The dollar value will stay the same? Because doesn't it convert over into a PRC 20 version of whatever it was that you bridged over?
This is just my take, okay? So you have to take it, guys, with a grain of salt. For me, I don't think so that it will be on parity at the moment. Even though we have a AMM bot or the we have the kasi nga malaki ang supply on the yung supply on the PLS chain side will be meron kasi tinatawag na fixer bot. That fixer bot will try to adjust sa price in order for us to have a parity on the Ethereum side. So siguro at first, kasi nga maybe people will be dumping, it will not be of parity when you say about price temporarily, but it will reach parity nga kasi mayroon ng fixer bot. Now that fixer bot will be launched pag once mainnet is there na. The moment, talagang variable yon. It's one of parang hot topics natin na magkano ba magpa-parity. But take it from Richard. Sabi niya, I don't want a cheap hex on PLS and Ethereum side. So take it from him. It will reach parity, but on my play on the launch, I'll just be sitting on the sideline and tingnan lang natin parang until the dust settles, ano yung mangyayari. Kasi nga, I'm here for the long term eh.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter in the short term. Yun yung always sinasabi natin. You could hear it from Johnny. Johnny is telling, what is 1 cent if you're going to $100? It's almost 5,000 pesos. That's like a fee for the ants, sabi nga ni Richard Hart. So guys, you just have to tweak the mindset, have a delayed gratification. Doesn't matter. Telling you, parang mawawalang topic sa atin yan pag sinabing pa-parity pa. Don't care. Yun lang yung masasabi ko. Kasi nga, I didn't even believe na from ilang zeros yun. 0.0000 tatlo or, from Hex when it launched, 4 or 5 zero ata. Correct me if I'm wrong lang. And even go to 1 cent, how excited I am. But I was stake. I'm all cool kasi nga, I understand the sinasabi ni Richard, you have to delay gratification.
Yeah.
The mindset dapat is nandoon na. When you say mindset, now delayed gratification is kind of relative, kasi kapag matanda ka naman, hindi pwedeng, you have to delay gratification. You have to invest in your 60s and 70s and you have to delay like 15 years, hindi practical yon. So let's be very careful on this one. Kaya sinasabi ko, if you have to talk about X, you could not talk it like a 5 years old kasi nga there are so many nitty-gritty and things. Yung sinasabi ko na lang dun sa staking side. Pag sinabi mo lang 15 years tapos you are on your 60s, 70s, ano mangyayari doon? Siguro pwede mo ibigay sa mga anak mo or pamana, pwede.
Yun.
Pwede naman, no? But para sa'yo, well, nothing man wala. Parang personally para sa'yo wala na. But that's another topic we have to discuss too. But if you are there, tapos sabi ka lang, stick lang ako ng 15 years, hindi mo iniisip na matanda ka na. So, that's wala nang kwenta yan. But if you want to stake it kasi nga you're thinking about future generation or pamana, it's cool. Sa mga anak ko, ginawa ko rin yan actually, to be honest. Meron akong pamana sa kanilang hex stakes na long term. Just for the information of everybody.
Yep.
Generational wealth yung sinasabi natin. So I think we have covered it naman with regards doon sa pulse chain with price, not so. yung sinasabi mong Axie Infinity, if they will play over there, that's a variable. And I don't know if they'll be playing the game doon, na talagang doon yung ano na nila. That's one variable. But the token is there na, brother. You could see it.
Yun.
I posted it. There's a link on that one. Doon sa Twitter ko, mali yung na-post ko na Axie nga address. Kasi nga, meron parang pinort ata nila yun kasi meron ata silang bug. I don't know. Sorry for the Axie guys. Not so with you guys. Nakita ko yung, iba na pala yung supply dito. Parang konti. Parang tinignan ko, mali pa yung ano ko. Pero meron ako narinig, parang SLP ata yun sa kanila. Meron bug. So, guys, please take it with a grain of salt. Hindi ko namang sinasabing, yung mali kong pinost na Twitter. Kasi nga, we want to bring the Axie guys over into Pulse Chain.
Yeah.
And we could swap it on the Pulse X, which is our parang Uniswap counterpart.
Uniswap on steroids.
Yeah, parang gano'n yung sinasabi. Pero iba na yung ano ni Pulse X ngayon, hindi na liquid, hindi na most liquid parang iba na yung parang pitch. But anyway, just the same, parang siguro hindi na tayo na maano ng Howey test, parang magaan na yung ginagamit nilang marketing na mga words for that. So siguro we have covered on that one, my journey, personal, then my hacks, and on the technicals of that one, and not so with the ng mga tawag dito, yung mga programming language, hindi ko na alam yun, huwag nang tanong sa akin. Yung bridging, pwede pa. Meron kasing tinanong rin sa akin yun paano ba mangyari nun? Kaya nga bumibili siya ng maraming token kasi nga he wants a free cupping ko. Sige, bili ka lang yan. Try to DCA. He DCA'd for 1 peso until 2 pesos I think. And I think talagang malaki na yung pera niya. And he sold some kasi nga gusto niya makita. It's like parang negosyante dito sa amin. And parang nakita niya na mayroong potential. And sasabihin niya daw sa kapatid niya na nasa States. And kung sige, pwede naman, pag-usapan natin, we can have a one-on-one na talk about it. Kasi nga hindi pwede itong sabihin for a 5-year-old, hindi naman to wallet lang. Investment ito, hindi mo pwedeng sabihin yung investment now, 5-year-old. No, don't talk like that one. Hindi pwedeng sabihin, kasi nga you're expecting talagang lalago to. That's the reality of it Wala namang gustong pumunta dito na malulugi. Kasi sinabi nga na Richard Hart, telling that on the bat that people really love high prices or they're just there for the price. That's the main goal sa tao. Yung mga just a secondary na lang sa tao. But yung price appreciation of the token, meron. If you want to have yield, meron. If you want to have immutable, meron yan sa Hex. And all the DeFi, and mind you, we have been given free airdrop, if you might say, for all these tokens that have been bootstrapping their token to hexicans. Mga bagong project built on top of it, and I know you guys are also trying to airdrop some tokens on the community, right? Can you elaborate on that one, John?
So far, ang isa pa lang na-announce namin.
Okay.
Pero may surprises kami.
You don't have to mention it. But it's a surprise for them. But you have to really do that. Airdropping is one way to bootstrap the economy or your community.
Yeah.
Kasi wala namang taong magagamit yan pag sinabi mo sa tagalabas, ano ba yan? So, yung nasa loob, or yung nasa into crypto na, yun yung bibigyan mo ng token. Which is, naman with Hex, binigay rin naman sa mga Bitcoin for free. Bitcoiners, na meron silang, they hold their keys. So, yun. Kasi nga, hindi ka pwede just for the information of everybody, hindi ka maka-free claim noon kung nasa mga centralized exchanges yung Bitcoin mo. Kailangan you have to hold your keys in a hardware wallet, o di kaya mga software wallets or tinatawag nating mga hardware wallets. I think another topic na natin yan kung we still have next time how to I think John we should have a topic on the security, how can we secure
absolutely.
our token, absolutely. We can have a hardware wallet, what are the attack vectors of vector wallet, like you'll be buying ba kaya dyan sa Lazada na yan or Amazon na yan, naku po, wag. Buy it directly from the supplier or from, for example, Treasures. I think it's from the, saan ba yan galing sila? It's in Europe. I don't know what country is that. I forgot the country. So they're from there, mga original gang yan from the Bitcoin community that built on top the Bitcoin protocol, and they have their hardware wallets. So I think one of the topics siguro yan, John, God willing,
for
is
sure.
more time how to secure. Kasi nga yung mga tao parang nilalagay lang sa papel yung mga seed words nila, hindi man lang, kung ano, mayroon pang mga software copy, may picture pa, nasa cellphone nila. Kung ako po, kung meron yung hot wallets or mga dummy wallets or mga throwaway wallets, pwede. But you have stock of your coins or crypto, have it on a hardware wallet, have a hard copy or metal, you have to write it on a metal sheet. Metal sheet. So, ganon. Kung meron kang mga hot wallets lang, dala-dala mo sa cellphone, pwede. But yung malaking stock mo, huwag mong ilagay dyan sa mga mobile cell phones na yan. It's very, very hard. So, alam yung mga siguro, one of our topics na pag-uusapan natin in the future.
Agreed.
And I think we have covered naman siguro, and I hope, sana, I added value to the community.
Super, brother, super. As in, yeah, definitely. And like I said, ang dami pa nating kailangan i-unpack eh. So, and I understand what you're saying though, na, you know, the fact is that there are a lot of people in our community who are quite new, and so we do need to start from you know, a broad perspective and give it to them in, you know, in a I guess baby talk, or however you put it, like basically, you know, kind of dumb things down, although I don't like that way of putting it initially, but they do need to go in deep to be able to build their own conviction about these things. And so that's why we do need to take the time really to explain these things. And something that I share with a lot of people as well, and that I'm quite passionate about, is that people need to make up their own minds that they will take initiative to, and it's in the phrase, right? Do your own research, as in really take it upon yourself and not just wait on others, but go, because all the information is out there, right? There's so many people who are streaming. There's so many places to go so that you can learn, and so you know, by all means, you know, listen in to streams like this, but at the same time, it really will make a big difference if you set your mind really that, you know, you're going to go on this journey and you are going to dig in, you know, deep, because I believe that's the only way your conviction will really grow. Now it's not just that I was told this, but I actually went through the journey myself.
Yeah, that's one thing. Pag sinasabi lang natin na tawag dito, yung lang player ka nga pero bench player ka lang.
Yes,
iba yung talagang nagpe-play doon
bro.
sa ano. So iba yung ano. You have to really work it out. Talagang you have to understand things. Paano ba to? What are my investment horizon? What are things to be considered? Baka naman ibebenta yung isang kidney mo. Wag naman sana. Kalimutan mo, yung isa na lang pala. Tapos ibebenta pa yung isa. Wag naman sana. Kidding. Just joking. So, again, now we have covered. Ano pa ba yung gusto nating i-cover or topics?
Yeah, I think for now, nakadalawang oras na tayo.
Pero yeah, oras pa lang tayo. And mind you, 1.5 lang usapan, 13 minutes was the goods.
Tech stuff, okay.
Yeah, and yeah, maybe we could read on chat, maybe.
Yeah, ubusin na lang natin. Tama. Let's just run through.
That has a good point, and incentivizing with large difference, which I don't naman trade on the daily basis, parang ano. But anyway, he was saying like, can you read that for us?
Alin yun?
Team chat is like any token, it depends on, you know. Yeah, correct. Yeah, not from Switzerland. It's from Czech Republic, correct?
Like any this one, here we go. Yeah, this one, like any token, it depends on the liquidity available for the bridged over token.
Sinabi ko yan sa'yo, di ba, na it boils down to the liquidity. Kung meron mag-prepare doon or may mag-create ng liquidity providing or liquidity provider, so meron kang, you can trade it there. With Axie, kung meron ka namang free copy, you could bridge over, or di ka, meron kang ano doon sa kabila na you just have to bridge the other ERC20. For example, we have to pair it on the Ethereum side, a USDT. You have to bridge over USDT into the PLS to be paired with your Axie. Then you could create liquidity over there. Ganun lang yun. I hope sana nakuha. And Tintap has a good point of saying that when you bridge over the token and the price difference is larger enough, it's your play. I'm cool with that, Tintap. If you are really into having that, what do you call it one? Large enough. I don't know what is large enough. Maybe 1,000 or million. It's kind of relative to people if we have to trade. On a trading, parang nagte-trade ka like a day trader. I'm no day trader. Pag meron lang talagang price action na talagang maganda i-trade, pwede. Kasi nga minsan we have our mga daily expenses. Meron naman tayong buwanang once in a while. And especially with kasi nga you can solve let me add this one, John. You can actually solve the problem of trading if you have a ladderized stakes for that matter. But nag-uumpisa ka lang ngayon, DCA is the way. Kasi nga we have different entry points eh. Kami naman, nauna naman kami like 2018-19, I mean 2019, and almost 1 year, but just imagine that one. But at the end of the day, money is just money. Just a amplification of things. At the end of the day, your wealth will be gone when you are dead. And wala ka talagang may iwan. Wala kang madadala. If you all you can leave is the legacy. Richard Hart will have been keep telling that. I'm very sorry, parang naano ako sa aking Tagalog, Bibisaya.
Oo nga, okay lang.
I have a
okay lang, bro.
Hindi naman nakatulad sa'yo na you really a amboy, American. So, you have to bear with me, guys. Siguro sa susunod, magtatagalog na tayo dyan. I'm kind of intimidated with you. Okay? Anyway, kidding. We can't have a tag list. So again, guys, all of these are just amplification. We just money is just invention, guys. So you just have to work smart, know where to put your energy, your effort. Part of that effort is understanding, meaning the educational part. It's a broad scope, okay? When you say understanding when to enter the market, how to DCA, how to protect your asset, digital asset for that matter. So all this thing is part of the understanding, and to be to have a long-term horizon in investing. You don't see Warren Buffett trading all day. So, you don't see these guys trading all day. They just have a parang mataas na time preference or time horizon or yung sinasabi natin delayed gratification. I want to really espouse that mindset na talagang pag nasa hex ka, you don't trade it, you stake it. Now, if maliit ka lang na staker, you're still welcome. The community is very, very tawag dito, they really help the community, especially with sa mga lilit na stakers with the perpetuals. I don't know if you heard of the perpetuals. It's from the Maximus DAO. So, kung maliit lang, you could buy a base, which is stake for 1 year. You have a trio, stake for 3 years, and you could save. And the advantage of having these perpetuals is you can have a parang maliit na yung fees or you have a fee at all na babayaran yan. All the penalties, all the Hedron, can I say other project?
Yeah, of course, no problem. Yeah.
All the ICOSAs, all this derivative protocol or parang derivative token. Ibig sabihin ng derivative token is like ang value noon is backed by the main token which is HEX. Kaya nga derivative lang siya. Pangalawa lang siya. Ganun lang yung term ko. Yung value coming from this derivative token is from the HEX stake. Ganun yan. Then you can buy it off market. These perpetuals are liquid. Doon sa maliliit na mga stakes. And if you are really into DCA, you have to really own it yourself na gusto mong walang parang risk factor involved kasi nga this our software, wala pa namang 1 year, we will see the base if really kaya niya mag-unstake. Or not unstake, but you could really parang redeem that token and you will be given, spit it out, parang bibigyan ka ng HEX together with your yield and all the costs and Hedron, all those, pa yung mga token or mga policies, etc. Ano na yung doon sa contract. So, I think that's one topic we have to cover with the Maximus DAO. Kasi I want people na to have other options.
Mm-mm.
Kasi nga, mahal na, and especially if you have to stake it on the Ethereum chain, tapos maliit lang, ano ko po, it's impractical, guys. It's really impractical to, I agree with Tintap, with the liquid part there. What I mean of liquid is like, you could sell, Tintap, can you, my eyes is weird, na, Perpetuals is not so liquid, lots of slippage. So true. So be careful on what if you have to trade it at one. So better use some aggregator excess like CowSwap. I can recommend CowSwap. Do not use Uniswap if you want to buy perpetuals. Talagang ano ka sa slippage. Meaning of the slippage is yung 1,000 mo for example 1 peso lang yung token na bibilhin mo. Ang ibibili mo lang with the slippage is like 500. So meaning, lugi ka ng 500. Ganun yung slippage. Parang napamahal ka kumbaga. Para lang tayo maintindihan on that part. So thank you, Tintap. Is Tintap a Filipino? Or
I'm not sure nga eh. I'm not sure.
Yeah,
So,
good point, Tintap.
yeah, thanks for all the insight.
For the slippage. Yeah, you have to be very, yung sinabi ko na kanina, we have a parang disclosure on this one. Nothing should be taken as a financial advice and you have to take it with a grain of salt. Now, kung meron kaming nasabi ni John na mali, wala naman taong perfecto. Baka gusto naming sabihin ganito, but sinabi ko kanina 3 seconds, but sinabi ko pala is 3 minutes, so mali ako doon. So again guys, thank you for listening and I hope sana naintindihan kami and
Luminaw siya, bro. Sobrang linaw na ngayon. I don't know, for me. Yung voice mo, like over the last, I don't know.
Can I turn back my
Try mo.
video? And
just to say goodbye.
I just want to have a screenshot on this, first natin na...
Yeah, of course. Ayan,
I
bro.
just have to speak.
Sobrang linaw.
Wait lang.
Sobrang linaw na siya
Okay,
ngayon.
good. Awesome. Great.
Cool.
Ganyan yung mga props na ginawa from sinabi ni John, hey, we'll stream, ko talaga ano ba gagawin ko dito.
Nice.
And I have also like my props here.
Nice.
So again guys, sana meron kayong nakuhang value from sa napag-usapan natin ngayon. And I hope everybody will have mad gains for this bull run. Do not sell. You're just starting. Have patience. If you're over invested, that's on you. Kaya nga sinasabi natin wala kaming magagawa dyan. Kundi you just have to wait a little bit longer or a little bit parang konti, para you could gain your initial investment. And ano pa masasabi ko? I wish everybody good health. It's the summer here in the Philippines. Tayo mga Pinoy, alam na natin, we have wet and dry season, so inom tayo ng tubig ngayon, summer na, and especially mga matatanda, mga lola natin, lolo, painumin natin ng tubig para hindi head stroke. Coming from a guy who is working in a medical practitioner, and by the way, a medical technologist, I am not a doctor, so that messaged me about mga sakit and asking for medication, okay? So pag mga bodily fluids like for example urine and all those kaya natin yan. So just a reminder everybody, it's summer here in the Philippines. Drink some water guys. Stay hydrated. Wait for the bull run. We still have
yung mo bro, mga socials mo and stuff.
I have to work on
sige.
ko yung mga social ko. Follow me on Twitter, that's MacB X. I am Twitter verified. I have a blue para hindi tayo ma-scam. So I will not be asking for money. I will not be asking for any tokens sa anumang projects. So wala, kung meron magme-message sa inyo after this one, that is not me. And follow me on, baka we will try to consider having a YouTube channel. Talagang mata ko brother, wala na.
But I can't wait for that, bro. Yeah.
I have strained eyes already.
No, but I can't wait for that YouTube channel to pop up soon. Bro, banatan natin yung comments, ang daming I really end up falling behind with these, but let's just run through these really quickly.
Sure, yeah. You could,
yeah.
Yeah, sure. Congratulations again to the Ophir and to the Texan community. I
Yeah.
know that the Texan had airdrop us our Texan tokens.
Yep. Yep.
So,
That's right.
meron akong tiningnan, but yet again, I don't have to comment because hindi ako masyadong well-rounded. Ayaw kong magsalita ng negative on tokens, especially launching on post-chain. It's not net
Yeah.
negative kung magsasabi ka ng mga ano. Kung meron kayong ibang understanding about this one, about endowments or whatever it is, yan na. You don't have kasi ask the permission if you have a true DeFi. You don't have to ask permission. You can
Good
build
point,
a
bro.
one,
Yeah.
and the community gives value in that one. There's no value, there's the community behind it. So let's be gentle, guys, in parang anuhin natin sila, kunin natin sila with open arms, or let's welcome them with open arms. That's how we can grow the community. Wala kang makikitang masama if you just be very helpful, just be very tawag dito, very good lang. Parang all net positive yung magagawa mo kaysa magsasabi ka na bago pa lang. Kaya tinatanong ko lang minsan kailan ka ba pumasok ng crypto? Ano ba yung alam mo? Kasi pag yung nagsasabi na may alam, tapos try to scam na, ibang usapan yon. Kasi nga, he was bringing, besides, parang niloloko niya yung tao. But yung tao walang alam, then he is asking. It's your responsibility na to help them. I learned a lot from Richard for free. Guys, give it for free, man. Let's do something for the community.
Yeah, we can all win together, right? There's more than enough for everyone. Yeah.
Yeah. Do something for the community. You called yourself OGs. Saan kayo OG? Yung pumasok lang kayo and you didn't bring something on the table. Hindi naman ako magaling magsalita in English. But ito mukha ko. Kinapalan ko na lang. Diba? We're speaking from the heart here. Hindi naman ako talagang techiga, on the programming language, but meron akong alam naman kahit konti. You have to share that. Anong wala akong hinihinging pera sa inyo. I'm here for free. I paid for my electricity here, my internet connection. So wala kayong pwede may sumbat sa akin, right, John?
Yeah.
So advice on the na parang about all these endowments, mga negative comments, go ahead. Wala kayong magagawa dyan. These guys are just sitting there spitting nothing but negative on these people. Let time. May malalaman na mata natin yun. Yan. Right? Now, hindi mo pwedeng sabihin nga ganito yung taong to. Hindi mo pwedeng sabihin. Time will tell kung totoo talaga yung sinasabi nila. Now, John, again, congratulations on your community.
Ay, salamat, bro.
Community of David Lee and Heartbeat, Crypto Heartbeat.
Yeah. Thanks,
so, congratulations on your team and thanks for helping the Ophir community on launching their token. And I hope for the best for you guys. And let's be very careful in our how we tawag dito, ipaintindi sa tao ano ba yung gamit ng ating mga token. Maybe one of these days, we could have a one-on-one siguro tawag dyan on how you really want to yung tokens natin, what's the utility of this one. But yet again, I'm 100% on the guys building and rather than just talking negative on this,
Well,
so I think the Texan is always on the Crypto Heartbeat says always free the captives.
Yeah,
yan yung parang mga taglines niya. So again, thank you for having me, John. Sana dito umpisa. I'm calling all other Hexica nasa Twitter. Please come over. Kung meron kayong mga meet up doon, tapos meron kayong mga negative na nasabi, let's make amend, guys. Let's respect each other. Ganun lang yun. Don't be so judgmental, ikaw na. Let's be passionate people. Now, if you talk negative, parang negative sa akin yung dating mo. You're negative on vibrating on a negative level. So we have so many people. Meron kayong magagawa. There are good people like Jake Sharp, who's more on the mindset, how we have his course. You can go there if you are really interested in that one. If you want to be hardcore, there are hardcore Hexicans over there talking about only Hex. Cool, nice. No worries, man. If you want to talk hex all day, okay, no problem with me. But let us also, kami mga tao na hindi lang hex talaga yung pinag-uusapan, let's be respectful to them naman. Wag natin silang parang tawag dito, parang binabara, parang sinasalitaan ng masama. Early lang naman. Ganon din naman si Hex eh. Sinasabihan tayo dati, scam.
Yun, oo nga, di ba? Siyempre, oo.
It is baptism by fire dyan for you guys. So you have to tawag dito, pakita nyo on yourself, not to other people. Ano ba talaga gamit nito? Since you are dealing with churches, and guys, it's on the Constitution. Right to religion. It's there. Basic yan. Hindi mo pwedeng if we sacrifice for right to speech, remember, free speech is same as free to religion. They are equal in that sense. So kung meron kayong stop it. Let's move together. Let's try to coherent with each other. Try to help each other, and let's tatawagin natin yung mga scammers kung meron mang lalabas. I know meron. But yung mga taong nagbi-build again, please, wag niyo nang I am guys, maliit lang ako. I am no Richard Hart. I know kung saan lang ako pwede. I know saan lang ako pwede maka-help sa community. This is me doing something for the community. So, telling them what to do, on paano ba ang hex, meron pa kaming mga topic na pag-uusapan. I hope with ganitong oras na lang siguro dyan, mga 10 o'clock kasi mabilis na.
Oo nga eh. Yun na-notice ko. Biglang ang ganda na ng speed bigla eh. Mukhang ganitong oras tayo kailangan Oo.
2 hours, 2 and 21 minutes na usapan natin. And then, thanks for having me. I'm so grateful. I'm thankful to God for giving me the opportunity to talk to you, to the Texan, to the Ophir community, to my Hexican community, to the Pexicans. Syempre, we are to this one, guys, to the Polsicans, okay? To the Pulse X people, I don't want to call this, the Ecosas, the Hedronians, so they call this. Kudos to you guys. We're here to change the world. We're here to leave a legacy. We're here to leave a mark, especially on the financial side of things na talagang ang tao, sinasabi ni Crypto Heartbeat, is on the bandage of financial bandage, kumbaga. So good evening, and thank you for having me, Jack.
Yeah, you're very welcome, brother. So it was awesome. I think there was so much that we covered, and there's so much more that we need to cover still. So I'm looking forward to the next one. I know that we'll little by little we'll have things more. I mean, on the tech side and on the timing, and now I think we know this is a better time to stream. So next time around we can do something later. But brother, thank you so much for taking time out, and really looking forward to the next one.
Sure,
massive blessings out to you and yours, and to everybody out listening in as well. Do follow McP on his Twitter, and join the Hexican Telegram chat as well. Keep posted. There's lots of really amazing things that are happening, and I firmly believe that if you are listening in here right now and this is resonating with you in any shape or form, like this is really a very special time, and I would go so far as to say you are blessed. This is it's a very momentous and critical time right now. I really believe we're going to see the biggest transfer of wealth we've ever seen, and I think that DeFi is really going to be at the forefront of this in many ways. And if you are learning about this right now, then don't take this for granted. I encourage you to really dig in, take the time to try and understand. I know that it might be a bit overwhelming initially. It might be like drinking from a fire hose. We've all been through that. McB, obviously, I've been through that. But that's why we're here as a community to help and to try and serve and to hopefully help people not to go through or make the same mistakes that we made, right? And that's one of the ways that we can be of service and offer value to the rest of the community as well. So yeah, highly encourage you to really take the time to dig in and to do your own research and to look into these things. So again, McB, brother, thank you so very much. And to everybody, thank you for checking in. Sorry I didn't get through all of the chats, but thank you so much for catching the stream this evening. We'll see you all very, very soon. God bless.
God
Peace
bless,
out.
guys. Peace out,
Ingat,
brother.
brother.